Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman. Welcome to my life. Please give me a thumbs up. I am an English teacher at a public junior high school and senior high school in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. I have a very interesting job, and I want to talk about a subject. I don't know if I've necessarily covered it, but I think it is something that every potential public school teacher who is coming to work in this country should know about. And that is that a lot of things will surprise you. You will have a lot of surprises on this job. A lot of things will be left out of the translation. A lot of information will not necessarily pass on to you as a foreign English teacher. Perhaps every school is different. Obviously, every school is different. Some schools will have a better information flow. Some schools will have more experience working with foreign English teachers. I work at a school that has never worked with a foreign English teacher, and there is just a lot of information that is not given to me. So for example, right now, I am actually I thought I was going to be teaching a class. I have this 2-hour club class every Wednesday afternoon. But I'm not. As you can see, I'm in my apartment during work hours because I went to the class and there were no students. And I go and talk to a teacher who knows those students, who is in an office near them. And I say, hey, where's my club class? What's going on? And she says, well, of course there's no club class. They're rehearsing for the sports day, which is this Friday. Now, it's just common knowledge to all of the local teachers that the week of sports day, that there will be no club class. But I was not told that. I did not know that, and so yeah. So instead of teaching that class, I'm like, what am I going to do with my afternoon? I only had one class this morning, and I was sort of waiting for this club class, and I regretted not bringing the camera because I have been lackadaisical about making YouTube videos. I'm like, I'm just gonna scooter on over to my apartment, which isn't far, make a video, and talk about that. There's a lot of information that I'm always surprised by, finding out that classes are canceled just the week of or a few days before for X reason, Y reason. The students are going on a field trip. For the most part, I will say this, my coworkers are fantastic. All of my coworkers are fantastic. I love the school that I work at. This is not a complaint. Obviously, somewhat of a pleasant surprise to find out that I'm not teaching that class and instead of going to make a YouTube video, even though they are delightful students. But because a lot of the information is flowing in Chinese, through Chinese emails and Chinese meetings that I don't attend, there's this sort of mode that I feel is best for me, and maybe it will work for other people, other foreign English teachers, which is to just go with the flow and not be offended or surprised. Not be offended at surprises. I haven't had many bad surprises. I guess some negative surprises that are not wanted, is just like, hey, the principal's going to observe your class today, and it's like, oh, well, thanks for the heads up, or you have an which happens a lot. Yesterday I had to do a class. I wasn't sure of how many students were going to be there. I was given board games, but no rules attached to those board games. I wasn't given much direction. A teacher told me, "Hey, I heard you're giving a talk in this. It was a special lunchtime class and activity for our new library. We just opened up a new library, and one of my office coworkers who has nothing to do with this project says, hey, I hear you're going to talk about all the countries you've been to." And I'm like, what? I didn't know about that. I was told I was just going there for like an English corner. And this is just, a couple hours before this class. I show up to the class And the person who's orchestrating the whole thing, the person who called me to do this special like lunchtime class, she's like, here's this awesome board game that I got. I'm like, well, the rules are in Chinese. Can you explain it to me? She's like, just make up your own rules. I'm like, well, that's not really how it works. You know, you could do it, but it's usually fun to know some parameters. I mean, it's got all of these pieces, all of these cards. So I'm just, screw it. I'm just going to play my improv games. And I will say this, the most useful, powerful tools that I have in my teacher tool belt is improv games. Now, I first got exposed to improv games when I was studying acting at a community college, and I fell in love with them. They're games that, like icebreakers, if you've ever done icebreakers at a party or a company gathering. And there's a lot of different ones, some that use English, some that just use movement. But I have, over the years, learned and taught so many of these different ones that I have so many different games that I can pull out. So yesterday I ended up just pulling out some improv games that worked really well. And I was told just a couple hours before that the principal is going to be watching, and the principal is in there. And I love the principal. We're very good friends. That day, yesterday, she gave me a bunch of coffee and cookies from her trip to Taipei. She treats me extremely well. So the least I can do is let her watch my class. But just expect the unexpected. You're a foreigner in Taiwan. There's going to be a lot of information flowing around just in daily life that you're not going to be able to grasp, and also in the office. And I will say this. I have the personality type that I don't necessarily want to keep track of tons and tons of things. Sometimes I'm told things, oh, next month you're going to have a conference at this time, you're going to have this, and I just don't keep track. But that said, what happened to me today was not my fault. No one had told me that. What happened yesterday about the topic of the lecture, I'm pretty sure wasn't my fault that I didn't know that. I guess maybe one of the reasons I like teaching English in Taiwan and in a foreign country is I kind of enjoy the chaos. And because a lot of times the chaos works out to my benefit, like right now, I'm making this video for you. So yeah, being able to handle the unknown and roll with the surprises and just go with it. If you have any questions or comments, put it down below. My name is Ryan Freeman. Give me a thumbs up. Bye-bye.